Have you ever wondered how cats became our beloved pets? The story of our feline friends and their journey to our living rooms is quite fascinating. It began around 12,000 years ago, during the time when our ancestors were just beginning to establish permanent settlements. Imagine living in a world where the line between the wild and the domesticated was blurred. This was the world where the story of cats and humans began. As humans began to settle and farm, they started storing surplus crops. This in turn attracted rodents, and where there are rodents, there are cats. It was the African wildcat, the ancestor of all domestic cats, who found a bounty of meals in these early human settlements. But the relationship between cats and humans wasn't just about pest control. There's evidence suggesting that cats were valued companions even then. This evidence comes from the island of Cyprus, where a cat was found buried alongside a human, in a grave that's about 9,500 years old. This discovery is significant because it indicates that the domestication of cats happened much earlier than we previously thought. It's quite amazing to think about, isn't it? Cats, these independent and somewhat aloof creatures, chose to live alongside us, to share our homes and our lives. Over the course of thousands of years, these wild animals transformed into the pets we know and love today. They went from being opportunistic hunters, attracted by an abundance of prey, to becoming cherished members of our families. So, it appears our feline friends have been keeping us company for quite a long time, doesn't it? But why did these wildcats decide to live with humans in the first place, you might ask? Well, the answer is as intriguing as it is practical. You see, around 12,000 years ago, humans began to transition from a nomadic lifestyle to one rooted in agriculture. This shift led to the formation of early settlements, particularly in the region known as the Fertile Crescent in the Middle East. These settlements started to grow crops, and with crops came the inevitable surplus. And where there's surplus, there are pests. Rodents in particular were attracted to these stores of grain, posing a significant threat to the food security of these early communities. Enter the wildcats. Originating from the African wildcat lineage, these feline creatures were naturally drawn to these settlements. But it wasn't the humans they were interested in. No, it was the abundance of rodents that caught their attention. In a way, these wildcats were the first pest control units. They kept the rodent population in check, and in doing so, they indirectly protected the food supplies of these early human settlements. The humans, recognizing the value of these feline hunters, began to tolerate their presence, and over time, even encourage it. It was a mutually beneficial relationship. The wildcats had a steady supply of prey, and the humans had a reliable way to protect their crops from vermin. This close proximity to humans led to a gradual process of domestication. Wildcats that were friendlier and less aggressive towards humans had a better chance of survival and reproduction, leading to the domestic cats we know and love today. In essence, cats chose us, not the other way around. They saw an opportunity in our early settlements, and they took it. Over time, this relationship evolved from one of practicality to one of companionship and affection. But that's a story for another time. From the farm, cats found their way into the hearts of ancient civilizations. These feline companions were not just a source of comfort and joy. They were symbols of divine power, worshipped and protected by law in many of these societies. Let's travel back in time to ancient Egypt, a civilization that held cats in high esteem. Egyptians revered cats as sacred creatures. They were seen as symbols of grace and poise, embodying the spirit of the goddess Bastet, the ancient Egyptian deity of home, fertility, and childbirth, protector against evil spirits and disease. Killing a cat, even accidentally, was considered a grave sin and could be punished by death. Cats were so integral to Egyptian society that they were often depicted in art and sculptures, immortalized alongside their human counterparts. When a family cat passed away, it was common for the entire family to enter a period of mourning, demonstrating the deep emotional bond between these feline companions and their human families. But the reverence for cats was not limited to Egypt. In ancient China, cats were valued for their ability to keep the granaries free from rats. They were seen as symbols of good fortune, and it was believed that a cat could scare away evil spirits. Meanwhile, in ancient Greece and Rome, cats were appreciated for their hunting skills, particularly their ability to catch mice. They were often kept in homes and farms to protect the grain stores from rodents. Cats were also associated with the goddess Artemis in Greece and the goddess Diana in Rome, both goddesses of the hunt, the moon, and nature. In Persia, cats were considered guardians. A Persian myth tells of a great hero who was saved from a deadly serpent by his loyal cat. In Britain, during the time of the Celts, cats were believed to bring good fortune and were often depicted in Celtic art and mythology. Moving further north in Norway, the Norse goddess Freyja had a chariot that was pulled by two large cats. Cats were seen as sacred to Freyja, the goddess of love and beauty, and they were believed to bring good fortune. This reverence for cats is a testament to their enduring appeal. From their humble beginnings on the farm, cats won over the hearts and minds of civilizations far and wide. They were not just pets, they were symbols of divine power, loved and adored by many. Their roles in these ancient societies highlight the deep bond between humans and cats, a bond that continues to this day. But not all periods of history were kind to our feline companions. As we journey through the annals of time, we find ourselves in the Middle Ages, a grim era for cats. It was a time when superstition and fear reigned supreme, casting a dark shadow over the previously revered felines. The Middle Ages, spanning from the 5th to the 15th century, saw cats entangled in a web of superstition and witchcraft. This was a stark contrast from the times of ancient Egypt and Rome, where cats were cherished for their ability to protect crops and catch vermin. The wind of fortune had turned for cats, and it was not in their favor. This unfortunate association with witchcraft was born out of the pervasive fear and ignorance of the time. Cats, particularly black ones, were seen as the familiars of witches, believed to be their supernatural helpers in conducting malevolent deeds. This misguided belief led to mass persecutions and killings of cats, a tragic chapter in their history. These senseless acts did not only harm the cats, but also had an unintended consequence for the human population. With the decline in the cat population, the number of vermin and rodents surged, contributing to the spread of the bubonic plague, or the Black Death, which claimed millions of lives across Europe. However, as the Middle Ages gave way to the Enlightenment, rational thinking began to replace superstition. Cats slowly regained their status as valued companions, their witchy reputation fading into the annals of history. The 17th century saw a resurgence in their popularity, and they were even brought to the New World by early colonists, where they thrived. Fortunately, this dark period in feline history did not last. Cats, with their 9 lives, weathered through the storm of superstition and emerged on the other side, reclaiming their place as cherished companions in our homes and hearts. And so, the tale of cats continues, a testament to their resilience and enduring charm. From the shadows of superstition, cats leapt back into favor. As the sands of time shifted to the 17th century, the world began to see the feline kind in a new light. No longer were they creatures of the occult, but once again, the cherished companions of our ancestors. The early colonists who set sail for the New World were not alone in their quest. They brought with them a secret weapon against the rodent pests that plagued their ships and newly established homes: cats. These feline pioneers thrived in the New World, proving once again their unparalleled hunting prowess and cementing their place in the hearts of humans. And as the world evolved, so did our fondness for these graceful creatures. The 18th and 19th centuries saw the advent of cat shows, where the beauty, agility, and diversity of cats were celebrated. It was during this period that selective breeding began, resulting in the variety of cat breeds we see today. From the fluffy Persian to the sleek Siamese, each breed was lovingly crafted for specific traits, whether it be a particular color, fur length, or even personality. Yet it wasn't just about their looks. Cats were increasingly recognized for their intelligence. They displayed object permanence, an understanding that objects continue to exist even when they cannot be seen or heard. They could recognize their owners' voices and even respond to human and cat emotions. These discoveries only deepened our fascination and love for them. In the modern world, cats have taken on new roles. They are not just pets, but members of our families. They provide comfort, companionship, and even therapy to those in need. They have become internet sensations, their antics providing laughter and joy to millions. They have even taken to the skies, serving as emotional support animals for travelers. From being worshipped as deities in ancient Egypt to being feared as agents of witchcraft, cats have had a tumultuous journey through history. But it is a testament to their resilience and adaptability that they have not only survived, but thrived. Today, cats are one of the most beloved pets worldwide. They stand as a symbol of independence, grace, and mystery. Their journey through the ages is a testament to their adaptability and resilience. No matter the era, no matter the place, cats have and will always find a way into our hearts. And really, can we blame them? For who can resist the charm of a purring cat or the comfort of a warm feline on a cold night? Today, we celebrate cats not just for their hunting skills or their beauty, but for their companionship, their warmth, and their unique personalities. And as we look to the future, one thing is clear: cats are here to stay. They've clawed their way into our lives and our hearts, and they're not going anywhere anytime soon. So, what makes cats such fascinating creatures? Well, let's begin with their intelligence. Cats possess cognitive abilities that rival those of our canine counterparts. They demonstrate a keen sense of object permanence, meaning they understand that an object still exists, even when it's out of sight. This sharp intellect, paired with their natural curiosity, makes them adept problem solvers. They can figure out how to open doors, find hidden toys, and even respond to their names. Though whether they choose to respond is another matter entirely. Their intelligence also extends to their social interactions. Cats can form strong bonds with their humans, creating relationships filled with mutual affection and respect. They're not just independent roamers, they're capable of deep connections, and some can even develop separation anxiety when parted from their human companions. Cats are also highly attuned to emotions. They can perceive and respond to both human and feline emotions, showing empathy and comfort when their owners are distressed. Have you ever noticed your cat snuggling up to you after a rough day? That's not a coincidence. It's your feline friend offering their support in their own unique way. And let's not forget about their excellent vision. Cats are naturally nocturnal hunters, and their eyes are designed for this purpose. They can see clearly in nearly total darkness, a skill that's handy when prowling the night in search of prey. But it's not just their night vision that's impressive. Cats can also perceive rapid movements better than humans, making them excellent hunters even in broad daylight. It's these remarkable traits, their intelligence, their emotional sensitivity, their strong bonds with humans, and their impressive vision that make cats such fascinating creatures. They're not just pets, they're complex beings with rich inner lives and abilities that continue to astound us. Whether they're prowling on the farm or purring on your lap, cats truly are remarkable animals. From ancient times to the modern era, cats have captivated hearts and minds. Tracing back 12,000 years, we've followed the fascinating journey of these majestic creatures. From their early beginnings as the African wildcat, cats found their way into the homes and lives of humans, initially drawn by the promise of easy prey on our farms. Their status grew from practical vermin controllers to revered deities in ancient civilizations like Egypt, their presence echoing in the cultural tapestry of China, Greece, Persia, Rome, Britain, and Norway. Despite a period of superstition and persecution in the Middle Ages, cats rebounded, regaining their popularity and traveling with early colonists to the New World, where they thrived. In the modern world, these intelligent, independent, yet affectionate creatures are not just pets, they're family. Their ability to form bonds with their humans, recognize voices, and respond to emotions makes them an irreplaceable part of our lives. Thank you for joining us on this journey through feline history. Thank you for watching, and subscribe to don't miss next videos.